I want to introduce everybody to Linnie Gail Mitcham. Linnie Gail is the Executive Director for the Southwest Virginia Alliance for Manufacturing. The mission of that alliance is to promote the sustainment and the advancement of manufacturing here in Southwest Virginia. Linnie Gail is a native of Southwest Virginia. She's passionate about making sure that the manufacturing remains strong in our region, ensuring that people who want to stay here can do so with a career that they love and a community they can thrive in. Linnie Gail is also a 10-year veteran of the U.S. Army National Guard. She served in Kuwait and Afghanistan in support of both Operation Iraqi Freedom and Operation Enduring Freedom. And she's joining us tonight live via Skype. So I think she's out there somewhere. Welcome, Linnie Gail. Are you there?
I'm here.
Oh, man, great. I'm so glad. First of all, thank you for your service to our country and for representing Southwest Virginia. I really appreciate that. I know all our viewers do too.
Well, thank you.
So, Linnie Gail, this is just a remarkable time in manufacturing in general, but I want you to give us some view from the industry. So give us some perspective about what manufacturing is like today versus what it was maybe 50 years ago. Is it cleaner, faster?
Absolutely.
What's different?
Sure. So I should start out by saying I'm the daughter of a machinist. So I come from a lifelong watching my father, and all I really knew about machining before starting this job was that it involved a lot of math. So manufacturing today, one thing a lot of people don't realize is that there are about 350 manufacturing companies across Southwest Virginia. That blew my mind when I first heard it. And that, like you said, manufacturing today doesn't look like it did 20 years ago. A lot of people, when they think of manufacturing, they think dark, dirty, dangerous, the old factory. But that's not what it looks like today. Manufacturers are held to higher standards than ever before. Brightly lit, clean, a lot of them are climate controlled, very different, and you'll see a lot of technology like CNC machining being used in manufacturing. And they're making products in Southwest Virginia that are impacting the world. It's one thing I get so passionate about is when people say there's nothing happening here. That's not the case because of Southwest Virginia manufacturing. We are making a difference in the entire world because of our manufacturers. So, and our manufacturers are also actively hiring. We've got hundreds of positions all across Southwest Virginia that are available right now. We have a page on our website that I can link in the comments here where people can go and view the job openings for our member companies. But there are so many opportunities and so many amazing things happening in manufacturing right now.
That's fantastic. You know, I have to admit, I didn't know there were that many manufacturers right here in Southwest Virginia. Can you give us an example of some of the stuff that's being made right here?
Sure, absolutely. So things like pillows and mattresses at Tempur-Pedic in Duffield, Virginia, which is in the county where I grew up, to tractor trailers. There are bag and box for like pouches that your children drink or wine that maybe your mom and dad drink. Things like car parts, and then of course all the great machining work that's being done by the different machining companies across Southwest Virginia. I mean, we've got it all.
It's incredible, incredibly diverse. And you said 350 something manufacturers?
50, yes. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. And you know, when you really look at the map and you place Southwest Virginia on that corridor of Interstate 81 and not that far from Interstate 40, I can kind of envision now how it's a really important crossroads for all of those distribution points too. I'm sure that may have something to do with it. So let me ask you, Linnie Gail, what would you tell a student who says, hey, maybe I'm interested in precision machining? What kind of feedback or counsel would you give a student who was interested in a program like this?
Sure, absolutely. So we've already covered that there's a need. That is one of the positions I see very frequently when we list our job openings. There are lots of different types of machining jobs in our area, and that no two companies are the same. So keep that in mind. If you go and work for a company and you can, if it's not quite your speed, try something else because there's so many different opportunities. There's a wide variety. And they're not obviously machining jobs are not the monotonous ones. What you're doing one day is likely not what you're going to be doing the next day. And so I actually polled some of our companies that do machining across Southwest Virginia to find out what are your greatest needs to help me to answer this question. And it was so interesting because they didn't say the technical things. Immediately what they said, mentality and attitude. Of all the employers who hire machinists, they said that they're looking for those personal attributes, those soft skills that people bring to the job. One of them said, if you have a great attitude, I can teach you anything. Another said, be ready to learn because each job is going to be different. They're looking for someone that's going to take pride in their work. They want to hire someone who possesses those skills that can't be taught, like honesty, trustworthiness, the ability to get along well with others, being prompt and timely, those sort of things. So if you're considering a job in machining, make sure when you go into that interview that you show them what kind of great soft skills you're bringing to that job, because it's going to be impressive that you have that awesome certificate from Virginia Highlands Community College. So you also need to sell them on who you are as a person and let them know that you're there ready to work and you're going to make a good impact on the company.
That's great advice, Linnie Gail. Thanks for spending a few minutes on Facebook Live with us tonight. I so appreciate, again, the time you've given us. And thanks for your advocacy for all of the manufacturers here in Southwest Virginia. We will see you again soon, I'm sure, because you're part of our bigger team connecting education in the community. So thanks, Linnie Gail, for joining us. Hey, you have a great night.